Great Thursday to everyone. One thing about me, you can date back to as far as third grade, second grade. I always kept the camera on. I'm not saying a recording camera. Back then, we had the little Fujifilm joint, the Polaroid. You had to buy the disposable camera, take the pictures. You jacked up about 10 of them bad boys because you had the camera in your pocket or your book bag, and the negatives came out, and when they got developed, you just don't know what in the world went on. But I always kept a record of things. School events, neighborhood events, birthday parties, games. I was always snapping the camera because I wanted to capture the moments. And then years later, we got these phones that we can record like what you seeing me on, and we can go live and we can post. I do the same thing now that I did back then. It's just that technology has advanced. And one reason I've always done this, even since I was a little child, is because I saw what the elders were doing in the community. I saw the dilemmas that was happening between families. I saw the arguments between religion, whether God was real, whether Jesus was real, who to believe in, why should you believe in, the manipulation of church theologians. I saw all of it, and it's still prevalent now. It's still existent now. So what can we do about it? You got to tell your story. Because when you die, it's going to be a whole bunch of people. And if you got children, you're going to feel me on this one. It's going to be a whole bunch of people who going to try to tell your story for you. But you have all the technology, all the means. You can write it out, type it out, videograph it out. You know what I'm saying? It's so many ways. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use hieroglyphics. Like we read in our Bible about, signs and things and pyramids. You don't have to depend on what the King James Version or the New Living Translation version says about you. Because we hear so many stories about Jesus. We hear so many stories about God. But if God exists through us, for those debaters, and let's say y'all don't believe Jesus existed, but let's say I believe Jesus existed, or my co-believers in God believe Jesus existed. No matter no matter what side of the fence you on about Jesus, about God, about if they both the same or if they different, about whatever religion you got to tell your story. So if you see me turn this camera on, if you see me type a post about an event or a matter or an occurrence, it's because I'm leaving behind a trail that can't nobody really contest because I left it behind. So for those who don't understand that, if you don't know, then you know. Y'all know that last word I'm not going to say. But I wish you a wonderful Thursday. It ain't got to be a throwback Thursday. But I will tell you about this. When people start looking into your history, what are they going to say about you? Or what can they find that you said about yourself? Y'all know, years from now, I'm going to leave something behind that can be passed on and passed on and passed on. And it's going to be so many duplicates of it that it's not going to be able to be burnt, erased. So tell your history. Because you got even in schools. In schools, they tell history, where some people break down as his story. I'm going to tell my story. You should too. Keep it there.